he would love to depose Blake Lively in Madison Square Garden and sell tickets for a live stream. Hi, and welcome to Flawsome Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel, I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood and working as an entertainment reporter, and a lot about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and all the crazy legal drama going on. So now Bryan Freedman has come out with the funniest statement. He's saying that he would love to depose Blake Lively in Madison Square Garden and sell tickets for a live stream with her on the stand there. Oh my God, that would be just the most amazing thing. So let me know, guys, if you would buy a ticket for that and how much you would like to pay to see Blake Lively being grilled by Bryan Freedman. And he's saying the reason why he wants to do this is to support DV victims that Blake Lively didn't support during her promotion of It Ends With Us. So he's saying that all the money that they're making from this, they would give to DV survivors, which I think is a great idea. And I think he could actually make a really decent amount of money. I would really like to see Blake Lively trying to explain her way out of all the things that she's been claiming, you know, now that we've seen all the evidence from Justin Baldoni and how she's going to explain, for example, the dancing scene that really happened there. So yes, Bryan Freedman, let's make this happen. There's so much in the media right now about from Blake Lively's lawyers as well. They've been kind of quiet. As you know, Bryan Freedman's been out and about talking about this all the time, and they've been accusing him of doing like this press tour of smearing her even more, you know, and now finally Blake Lively's lawyers are coming out. So on Thursday, Gottlieb, who is Blake Lively's main lawyer, I think, came out in People magazine and said that it's completely unclear what claims or defenses in the case any of these celebrities have any relevance at all. So he's saying that it's so unnecessary for Bryan Freedman to depose Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds because they really had nothing to do with any of this. And Lively's lawyers expressed concerns that there may be a media circus around the trial if celebrities are unnecessarily called to testify. Unnecessarily? It's completely necessary. So he's saying that we don't expect this case is going to turn into a circus of parading in every celebrity that might have ever had a conversation with Blake Lively or Ryan Reynolds, or in the same way about any famous person who might have ever had a conversation with Justin Baldoni or his business associates. So he's saying that we don't need to depose all these people close to Justin Baldoni, so he doesn't need to do the same to us. That's how I'm reading this anyways. And of course, Bryan Freedman came out and responded to this, as he usually does, which I really like about him. He's not hiding anywhere. He's not afraid to speak his mind because he knows has the truth on his side here. So he's saying that although obviously uncomfortable for the Lively parties, the truth is not a distraction. The truth has been clearly shown through unedited receipts, documents, and real life footage. More to come. Oh, I can't wait for that. Blake was the one who brought her high profile friends into the situation without concern for their own personal or public backlash. As the truth shows, she used her dragons to manipulate Justin at every turn. And then Bryan Freedman keeps talking about Ryan Reynolds' involvement here and how he based the Nice Pool character on Justin Baldoni to basically mock him, as we know. We talked a lot about that. And he says here that, was Disney actually complicit in Ryan using shareholder revenues to further a personal grudge? I would be surprised to learn that this type of corporate waste would not lead to much more exposure for those that have been complicit in it, affecting shareholders' revenue. I love that he's going for Disney as well. This must be so embarrassing for Ryan Reynolds. He was just having fun at work as usually, just bullying someone, and then he's dragging Disney down with him. So I'm sure Bryan Freedman will depose people working for Disney as well. He's gonna go all the way. Gottlieb, on the other hand, Blake Lively's lawyer, he's saying that, you know, that he wants to keep Blake's inner circle out of the trial. And he says that the ultimate moment for a plaintiff's story to be told is at trial. We expect that to be the case here with Lively. So we would, of course, expect her to be a witness at her trial. Of course, she's going to testify. I was a little surprised that there were even talks about her not testifying. Why wouldn't she testify? That would be like, I feel like if you're not willing to testify, you're definitely guilty of something. I don't know. And then, of course, Gottlieb is saying that Blake Lively has all these witnesses that's going to come forward and talk about how Justin Baldoni really is, was on the set of It Ends With Us. I find it weird that these people haven't come out so far, and that there's no stories even those anonymous sources that she was talking about in her lawsuit were just like, it didn't make any sense at all. And Gottlieb says that there are individuals who are witnesses to or experience misconduct that is relevant to Ms. Lively's claims. We expect their testimony, particularly about what took place on set, will come out through live witness testimony. So they're willing to do this on the stand, but they're not willing to tell her lawyer these things before trial. I am not a lawyer, as you know, but I think this is really weird. Why, if you have all these smoking guns laying around, why wouldn't you use it? Because you could use that to push for a settlement, obviously, or to get the case dismissed. But instead, they're just holding on to all the evidence and the witnesses that they have. It doesn't make any sense. Blake Lively's lawyer also says that the evidence will show that the cast and others had their own negative experiences with Mr. Baldoni and Wayfarer. The evidence will also show that Sony asked Miss Lively to oversee Sony's cut of the film, which they then selected for distribution and was a resounding success. Yes, we all know that now that she pushed Sony to go for her cut. There's no surprises there, but they're not saying how she did that, how she manipulated and blackmailed her way with the movie. Of course, her lawyer is not saying that. I mean, he's supposed to defend her. But anyways, so she has another spokesperson here saying that the response, talking about Wayfarer and Baldoni's to SH allegations, she wanted it. It's her fault. They never said that. Their justification for why this happened to her, look what she's wearing. They never said that either. In short, while the victim focuses on the abuser focuses on the victim. The strategy of attacking the woman is desperate. It does not refute the evidence in Ms. Lively's complaint, and it will fail. I mean, this is so absurd. How can they even say this? There's no grounds for anything she's saying here. So Gottlieb says that we think there have been a lot of distraction put up to reflect attention from the retaliation campaign that was launched against her. And we expect and hope that in Discovery, we'll have an opportunity to really focus on what we believe to be the core part of the case, which is that this retaliation campaign was launched against Ms. Lively for her having raised concerns about SH. There was no retaliation campaign. We are all proof of that. Me in particular, I have the evidence that that didn't happen because I posted that video on my own terms without even knowing about everything that was going on the set of It Ends With Us. And it went viral without any help from anyone. And I know that because people were reacting to Blake Lively being rude. Blake Lively's attorney also accuses Baldoni's attorney of just subpoenaing celebrities just to get attention and headlines in the media. He's saying that you can't just go around subpoenaing people because they're famous and you think you'll generate a grand bunch of headlines. And the federal courts don't tolerate that kind of behavior. But they do tolerate if you file a sham lawsuit to get subpoenaed from someone, that they will tolerate, but they won't tolerate that you are subpoenaing people because they're celebrities. And of course, Bryan Freedman is responding, and he says that although obviously uncomfortable for the Lively parties, the truth is not a distraction. The truth has been clearly shown through unedited receipts, documents, and live footage. And of course, Freedman confirmed that Justin Baldoni will, of course, also testify. Anyways, yesterday I spoke about how this person that's an expert in fake followers and whatever on social media said that 80% of all the pro Baldoni tweets are from fake accounts. And then someone pointed out to me, you should look at Ryan Reynolds' Instagram and see how many real followers he has. And I was just like scrolling through like quickly to see who is following him. I just went through a few. There are a few that look legit, but most of them have like 0 followers, 0 posts, and they're following a few people. So who's using bots to pretend that they're popular here? Also, I noticed that no celebrities are ever commenting Jackman's Instagram posts anymore. Not even Hugh Jackman. He also stopped commenting. He's been pushing for content with his soccer team Wrexham because he knows he's kind of a hero in the town of Wrexham. And the soccer players or fans of his soccer team, they don't really care about all the drama. They might not even know about it. They care about soccer. So he's really pushing for this content now. It's all about Wrexham on his social media. He didn't even post that he was in Germany, which he was, that I spoke about yesterday. I wonder, by the way, again, if he flew private. Every week he's flying 3 different places. So I'm wondering if he's actually serious about that UN contract that he signed for sustainability. Because if Ryan Reynolds didn't fly private, there would be paparazzi shots of him from the airport, either in LA or New York or wherever he's landing. So yeah. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds is definitely flying private, which is so bad for the planet. So Ryan Reynolds definitely signed that UN agreement only on behalf of the soccer team and not himself as the owner personally. So he can travel wherever he wants all the time, flying private, while the soccer team can't. I mean, isn't he supposed to be a good example? Isn't he the one that actually went to UN to sign this? But anyway, so there are no celebrities commenting on his Instagram anymore, meaning that, and even when you look at the engagement on his posts, the likes that he's getting, it's very, very low. He used to get 1 million likes. 2 million likes on his posts, and now it's like 30,000, 40,000. And of course, the only people that he's vetting to comment are fan accounts like Ryan Reynolds fans. There's only fan accounts. So someone's sitting allowing these accounts only to comment, or they're deleting everything else. I don't know how it works, but of course, he's protecting his image in that way. Also, I spoke about this a few days ago, but I think it's quite funny. The Seth Meyers interview that Blake Lively did, where he closed off all the comments on the video. People started commenting on another video that was about Trump. Trump speaks with Jeff Bezos, tries to boost birth rates, late night news for the week. That has 1,396 comments only about Blake Lively. And everyone's like, since you closed the comment section on the Blake Lively interview, we are commenting here instead. So it's a fun, it's a fun read if you have a moment. You can go over there and check out over 1,300 comments only on Blake Lively on another video. So I'm sure at this point, Seth Meyers really regret putting her on his show. Okay, that's it from you guys. It's Friday, and I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend and take care of each other. And thanks for all your support. You guys are amazing. And thanks for sending me tips as usual. You send me so many good leads, and yeah, it's amazing. And as I said before so many times, I couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, of course, and hit the notification bell and check if you have been unsubscribed, because that has happened to a bunch of people as well. So yeah, I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.